Oh. That's what's worrying me. That's what I think AP Bren has to worry about too. And all the more it's possible for Ekko because they got the chip.
Yep. Well, let's see if that unfolds here. Once again, as you guys get a last look here, watch it on YouTube. Let us know. Hashtag AP Bren, hashtag Ekko for a chance to win 1,000 diamonds. Don't forget your user IDs and server IDs as well. We're going to be jumping into the Land of Dawn again, the last one for this matchup between AP Bren and Ekko. It'll all come down to this. But once again, both teams already securing their spots for the playoffs, the 1 and 2 seed.
AP Bren has a lineup mainly magic. Ekko just needs to build the Radiant armors. For the side of Ekko, mostly physical. So AP Bren needs those Twilight armors and those antique cuirasses.
Yep, so expect priority on the Dreadnought armor. Real quick, a peek at their emblem builds. The common emblem on Sanford there. And so far that means he wants to dominate the Yuzhong. He wants to stay in lane a little longer.
I was going to say, very different from what we saw earlier, right? Where it was like pretty much pure tank emblems, but this will be a little bit different from Sanford. So we'll see how that play into that Yuzhong. Again, you can also expect Few to utilizing the hard guard, even on Flap TZ when needed. It can cause a lot of havoc later on towards these objectives, but right now we take a look at these early rotations and really where things kind of set into place now. For AP Bren, as we're talking about the potential that Ekko has the momentum, they're on file, Carl TZ especially. Where's AP Bren's best fighting potential? Is it the early game or is it more towards that mid-game?
I'll say mid-game. Again, it's Ekko who's actually calling the shots this early on. Right. And as soon as JP chooses where to linger, much like they did AP Bren in game 1 with the same hero chip, then that's where the switch will be flipped. And again, expect Ekko to go a little faster once the ult from the chip goes online. So yeah, definitely Ekko early on. They have to be the ones to make sure that tempo is on their side.
Okay, we see that level 4 is being garnered here on the bottom side. Fuse already got it, and Flap now as well. They got the flicker out from Sanford earlier, but here's the turtle take.
Black Dragon form with a hard guard onto that Yuzhong, and Sanji gets rushed down by AP Bren. Pushed back by the Yuzhong is Ekko. And this is the problem that Ekko has against the lineup of AP Bren. A lot of control, a lot of forward peel. Carl TZ, is he going to be able to get his purple buff? And most importantly, is he going to be able to survive this? He does both.
Okay, but hold on,
Sanford might not be able to hold on, but he's under the turret, so he gets that damage reduction.
All right, Ekko and AP Bren know exactly what the logic states, what the math on board will dictate, and that's why they just, again, lean hard into it and said, you know what? Damn the odds. We're going to go ahead, and when you're not ready, pull the trigger, hard guard into the Black Dragon form. Carl, looking for one.
Yeah,
oh, that hurts all. 50% health gone already from the Harith with one full-on combo coming in from the Nolan, but JP gets punished. Ogwin, the rotation just on time. But here comes the shortcut, a little bit too late. Sanji steals the ultimate of the Edith and goes back to mid.
Oh, man. They're feeling good about that exchange. Super Marco smelt that, sniffed that out, and was able to play around it.
Okay, so interesting mechanics there. Wait,
Oh, Carl TZ a little bit too deep, dashing away, immobilized. The Zaman Force, and the damage from the Edith takes him out. Carl TZ mistimed the invade.
That was just a threat of activation, by the way. Few never really had to go into Ogwin. Again, something to note, JP did pull the trigger on the ult, and then he died, and the ult was still casting. So that can happen. You can't set up the ult on the chip and then eventually go for a delayed entry, even if you're gone. So he can play scapegoat. He can sacrifice himself.
I was going to say, that's pretty good utility. You know, if you can really utilize it and play around that. But Sanji.
Oh, he's going to get caught off here. No flicker. Actually just used it. He's going to be able to get away, but already forced out the Primal Wrath that he had stolen from the Edith in the top lane. He's going to have to steal another ultimate later on.
Okay, we're back to it once again. Turtle flicker from Sanford.
Entry by Sanford, not going to be able to land the death in his welcome now. Looks like he might get punished, but JP's here for the stun as well. Carl TZ looking for the burst down. Angela Heartguard is what we're waiting for here. But just a threat of activation, as you mentioned earlier, by Few. No commitment just yet, as the turtle has spawned.
All right, no one to burst down from AP Bren. Again, I was looking at Few, I was looking at Super Marco, maybe a softer Flap TZ for Carl TZ to hunt down. but none of that happened. Again, 5 minutes in.
Black Dragon form again by FlapTZ. Hard guard is going to be committed onto that Yuzong. Going to be difficult for Ekko to contest this. The AP Bren get it without a problem, but looks like Ekko want to fight it out. JP with the stuns. The terrifies onto the members of AP Bren, but they're way too tanky right now. The damage that are being dealt out against the members of Ekko a little bit too much. Sanji going to get petrified, and he gets taken down. Sanford as well. San duo taken out by AP Bren.
Man, they will drop right there, and AP Bren. Hey, the question was,
Carl
Marco?
Finds
Okay.
Marco.
He's fine.
Yeah, few. KyleTZ there means Ekko needs to back off.
The question was KyleTZ on fire? Would they ride into that momentum? And right now, 5.5 minutes in, AP Bren has stopped them from going express mode. Now, it is still early on, but right now with this kind of lead that they've managed to get themselves here, AP Bren's in a good position.
I mean, it's early on, yes, but AP Bren have expedited the mid-game so quickly. Again, we're waiting on one more turtle, but you're already looking at 3K gold lead.
Okay, is JP going to commit the shortcut here? We're waiting for it to be seen. No, he does not. He needs to get away from here. The flicker already committed, and that's going to be JP down. No more roamer for the side of Ekko. Manicuty's here to help out Sanji, just to send them back. Super Marco taking a lot of damage, but the hard guard from the Angela saves the golden of AP Bren. Tower going to be down, plus a kill. AP Bren are replicating what happened in game number 1.
Looking at the item game, and of course, the net worth from both sides. 1,000 between Marco and Benny, and then relatively small lead for KyleTZ, but then again, from there across the board, it's all AP Bren. So it's in these micro engagements, these little wins that AP Bren are getting across the map that allow for them to deny Ekko any retaliation, any clapback, anything to gain. Which will
Flicker forward, Detonus welcome. Actually, no, not the flicker. Sanford already getting the bite. I'm going to have to recorrect myself again. He did have to commit the flicker there. Zaman Force dropped down here, which means Ekko is going to back off. 7 seconds until the turtle spawns. I don't think Ekko want to contest this. They are not in the right shape to.
Which mimics what happened in game 1. It's the same situation. AP Bren playing close to perfect. AP Bren winning every single engagement and then not letting Ekko recover. Again, there was a sign of life earlier, but now it looks like AP Bren just want to go for the jugular.
Oh, they missed the timing there. KyleTZ went through the portal of the chip. He gets petrified, threatened by FlapTZ. He backs off.
Man, so yeah, like you guys mentioned, you know, with this, that's 3 turtles in the hands of AP Bren. They're very comfortable in this position, and they set themselves up for a really good transition into that first Lord Ult flap.
FlapTZ might get caught out here. Hard guard is going to come in just in time. No, he doesn't commit it anymore. Few. I believe the discussion there between AP Bren was don't commit anymore. I am out of here. KyleTZ, though, not going to be enough damage to burst down Few, but he does bring him down to 50% health.
Yeah. So already getting that pick off, as I was saying leading into that, you know, AP Bren still managing this lead that they have. It's going to set themselves up for that advantage for the Lord Dance, the first one. But Ekko, and we have to take a look at the items too, you know, where is that timing for them? Is it now for that power spike?
Yeah, I'd say Ekko have a respectable arsenal, especially on their cores. I'm looking at Benny, I'm looking at Carl, but the way the map looks, and the way that AP Bren are just going at it, I'd say like baby Ubes, not exactly all 5 men going together, right?
Yeah.
It's more of buddy system plus a backup from Few. It's just so hard for Ekko to deal with right now, even if they have the chip.
Signature AP Bren buddy system. We've discussed it multiple times throughout the season, and they're just showing why they ended up winning Season 12, why they ended up winning the M5 World Championship. And one thing, though, I really gotta still commend Ekko in terms of the items, the map. Yes, AP Bren has a little bit more presence, but just a slight readjustment means Ekko can level things out. They've gotten resources in other parts of the map, despite losing all the turtles, despite being down in kills. It's actually quite miraculous. Ekko is in a good spot as this.
Okay, mid lane, that's the focus. They want to clear some of these out the best they can, but it's ultimately that Lord they want to go for. Sanji picks up the ultimate over from KyleTZ.
Ooh, that's less than ideal.
Yeah, that's not the one he probably wanted, but he grabbed it.
This ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, we'll see.
Not sublime.
We'll see what he does with it, but if he decides to give it up or how they want to move around this KyleTZ on the bottom side, though.
Kyle going after JP. They're not going to be able to knock up the roamer of Ekko. KyleTZ gets terrified, gets a little bit of control. Primal Wrath already committed by Ogwin. That's going to be the Detonus welcome onto KyleTZ. No more juggler here for AP Bren, but no, he's going to be able to get away. Here comes the shortcut coming out from the chip. KyleTZ waiting at the wings. doesn't have the right target to be able to burst it down. Kyle TZ goes back. It's going to be a slight reset for AP Bren.
He's going to take the orange.
Yep, and again, he's just taking care of that long lane. Impressive situational awareness from Carl TZ. He's making AP Bren think twice about committing into that Lord Pit.
Uh-oh, Carl TZ, rather, thinking if he was going to commit into that bottom wave or not, then yes, he's going to let that push out.
He's levels ahead.
Levels ahead, yeah. Oh, that's where it was, probably the farm. He's 2 levels above Kyle TZ. So Carl TZ, can he somehow pull off a play here? He gets close enough. No, not in range for the Retribution. And this is going to be AP Bren fighting it out. Primal Wrath, everything. The hard guards on the Harith. JP is down. Sanford trying to hold on. Benecutie trying to damage, but it's going to be too tanky for the members of AP Bren. That's 3 down on the side of Ekko. Benecutie, he's going to try to get Kyle TZ, but that's going to be a little bit too tanky. That Baksha, he backs off.
Just scratches him and runs back. He's like, here, I'm here. I'm out of here. Oh, man. And that... As you guys saw unfold there, the power of having that Angela into that Harith can be devastating around those objective fights.
Yep, again, that's one of the few times actually few committed to it, right?
Yeah.
And we were waiting for it. We were looking for an output. We were waiting for a result. And boy, oh boy, was it glorious. He picked the right target too. It was Super Marco. And we'll see here in the replay exactly
there it is.
The output of his work, the magnum opus that was this duo, the buddy system in full display from target to target. I'm pretty sure they were calling as they were in synchronized flow, right?
Yeah.
Who's the target? Who are we killing? 1, 2, and 3. And no one died from AP Bren. So again, target acquisition, amazing, immaculate from AP Bren.
Great decision making there from AP Bren. And now this Lord will go down. But Ekko will lose a couple more turrets in this push. Tier 2 in the mid lane to follow now. And once again, you can expect AP Bren taking the systematic approach. They're happy with what they got there in the first Lord. They'll get prepped and ready for the next as they continue to build up. And even as we take a look at the real-time win rate here for Ekko, again, they still have opportunity here. Benecutie has not gone down yet. Is still able to play. Sanji has struggled a little bit, and I think part of it too is just finding the right ultimate to utilize because he's having a hard time getting in range to take it. But this time, again, they're going to fight for some of the resources for now. And for Ekko, it's just kind of a waiting game.
Yep, Kyle TZ there denied Carl the purple. Carl does get his orange, but again, what you really need as a Nolan is that purple buff despite the adjustments that it received earlier on. But 4K ahead, looking at our gold laners, yeah, Super Marco is just way too far ahead. He's 1,000 and change ahead of Benecutie, and that's why maybe the Scratch Man isn't as willing to jump in as he used to.
I'm just going to say Scratchman isn't as badass as the Storm. But yung Benny.
You know,
it's growing on me.
Anytime he plays Roger, we'll allow it.
Well,
Scratch Man.
I'm sorry I brought that out in the world.
You know why?
Just call him DJ Benny.
No, that's what I'm saying. Some people will think, Scratch Man? Is it literally just like he's scratching like he's Roger? But no, it's a DJ.
He's like a DJ.
It's the scratch, the records.
Waka waka.
Right?
Are DJs ever called Scratchmen?
Yeah.
They can be.
Yeah. Why not, right?
What do you mean, why
Scratch
not?
the records.
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going with it, Leo.
All right, here we go. On to the Lord Dance. I think still AP Bren very much with the advantage. Because look, even Carl is saying let's not. But wait, yeah, we do have JP. We do have Chip.
They're going to be committing shortcut. Carl TZ is here. He's going to be able to retreat.
Oh.
What in the hell? But the knockup by Ogwen. Earth Shatter plus the Flicker. Gets Sanford. Gets Carl TZ. And JP will be next. AP Bren just like that with a massive win, even though they lost the Lord.
They don't know Sanji's here. They don't know Sanji's here.
Sanji in the back. Oh, it's only Kyle TZ, and they're going to be turning their attention towards this Valentina. That's going to be the conceal. Chasing the Valentina, flickering away. Sanji is down. The Lord is marching at the bot. And Sanji's diversion as the Valentina helped out.
I mean, they were buying time so that hopefully Lord would have stayed here a little longer, got a few more hits on it, but again, that's all they get. Half health on that bottom lane inhibitor. AP Bren cleaning up house.
And they get it real quick, too. Let's take a look at the items falling into place here.
Blade of Despair on his way. There you go. Benecutie picks it up, but he's still about 1,000 and change behind Super Marco, but the fact still remains. He hasn't died yet. but we've yet to see him do anything amazing. On our core here, the one that actually stole away the Lord, I think that's best case scenario. You know, like you're willing to give it up just so that the map doesn't clearly go AP Bren's way.
Yeah. I think that looks like that's the play for Ekko. They're gonna allow Carl TZ to split push, and then they're just gonna rely on the shortcut by the chip and good timing from it, so that Carl TZ can get in time to steal it away.
It's basically Fanny or Ling at home.
Yeah. except Nolan is like hopping universes, teleporting and stuff.
With the help of a
Furry.
cybernetically enhanced fox.
So he's
Yes, let's
far
go with
away
that.
from home.
Cyber furry.
And you know what's kind of scary is the fact that, again, Carl TZ doesn't have to get kills. He doesn't have to do any of that. But if he can just play around with that little bit of finesse, get these Lords stolen somehow, some way, that can inch Ekko closer to winning this game 3. That's kind of all it takes for them. So I think AP Bren, you have to really pay attention to how do they adjust from what just happened with that. And you can see that Rose Meteor being picked up here by Carl TZ as well. Giving him that little bit extra time, even if he has to force himself in that range, in that fighting pit. But look at this, Conceal going to be used.
Oh, Sanford's going to get caught out there. Ogun Earthshadow. Oh, Deathless Welcome was committed so that he wouldn't get thrown back. And now damage on the Flap TZ.
Wow.
The damage by Benny Cutie. The counter for Ekko. And AP Brenner running for the hills. Ogun trying to hold back the damage dealers. Knock up by Ogun. Earth Shatter. Kyle TZ, Super Marco, and the Angela still healthy. But Ogun is not. Shut down. Purple buff gets secured by Carl. Ekko are still in this.
Did you see the Scratch Man take out the dragon?
That was good. That was good. 3 words for you. Divide and conquer. The only reason why that was possible for Ekko to win, and again, the reason why they won that engagement was because AP Bren were caught off guard.
Yeah.
That wasn't the buddy system in place. They were literally in way 2 different places, and it all started with Sanford hitting the Dennis Welcome onto, what's that? That was Kyle TZ?
That was Ogun.
That was Ogun throwing him into that mid lane inhibitor, and going from there. Next was Flap, and then the rest of AP Bren could not respond. Amazing recovery from Ekko.
And you saw how much damage the burst potential from Carl TZ came out, forcing that dragon form.
Yeah.
And wow, what a play.
Flap TZ, it looked like he was gonna mess up the backline
Yeah.
of Ekko, but then he instantly popped
He got
Dragon
checked.
Form to get away. That was like a heat check.
And then he's the one who got popped.
Yeah, and then to add to that, I really want to go back to Sanford there. If he was the one who got knocked up and then thrown back by that Edith, it would have been AP Bren's fight starting the tempo. But since it was AP Bren forced to react that, oh my goodness, Ogun got caught out by the Detonus Welcome, because Sanford timed it perfectly, then it became Ekko's fight to win.
And with that, the gold lead that AP Bren held on for so long is diminished. And this real-time win rate cannot be true. That was what we had from the last time.
I'd say it's
right
closer
now-
to 50-50
Yeah,
now.
it's got to be 50-50. Ekko going to be marching in bottom.
Missile Expert, look at the damage onto Kyle TZ. That's just a bit, but 50% of his health gone just like that.
Okay, they deal with this Lord here. They lose that bottom. Conceal, going to be used.
Are they going to try to commit anything? They send back the members of Ekko with the Black Dragon form. And now it's Ekko's turn to be systematic, calculated with how they're going to continue the siege against AP Bren.
Wow, suddenly, Ekko have a synchronized map. Again, this is also a byproduct of that chip.
Oh.
They're able to be in different places.
Sanji going in, that's going to be JP coming in with a little bit of a crowd control. But JP got really low. He's going to be taken down here. AP Bren with a counter. And they send back the roamer of Ekko, but Ekko have now turned AP Bren's base naked.
Mission accomplished here. They got the base exposed.
They let the minions do the work.
Yeah.
Again, that was a longer, drawn-out fight. They sacrificed JP along the way, but, you know, it was a dirty job. Someone's got to do it. A minute away, JP will have been ready for it, and respectable gold benefit from Ekko. Again, 3,000. That's what you get from cleaning up your opponent's base. That's permanent damage AP Bren have to deal with, which is, again, partly okay. Honestly, they're fine with this because they can keep few planted in the base and taking down minions. That's one of the strengths now that AP Bren have to leverage and can do, which is, again, a roundabout way of doing what Carl TZ has been doing.
Yeah.
Being across through the map, split pushing, waiting for chip.
And farming his mind out. He's 4,000 gold ahead of Kyle Teasy. And I know this is a Nolan versus a Baksha. That can be for a debate, but still, Carl Teasy has done what probably the best thing you can do on a Nolan into this pick, of course, and really played around it. So when you see those team fights break out and you see health bars drop really drastically, a lot of that damage is being pumped out, obviously, from Carl Teasy, and then you allow Benny Cutie to pick off and follow up. But look at this, bottom side.
Kyle and Carl plus Benny, but they know they have to be wary of the hard guard, and they back off. Ogwin and Super Margo are thinking about it, though, and Ekko are looming there as well.
They're going to maintain the lanes, though. And this is where, often when we see that Angela picked up, you are able to kind of maintain some of this, but only for so long, and you have to keep an eye on the pressure from the side lanes. You can always hard guard in. Lord is now up here. You're going to see both of these teams take this very carefully. And even looking at this, like I said, the damage dealt from Carl Teasy is going to be there. He's done an amazing job farming what he could. So now it's really, how do you play this out? As we get further and further into this game, more Lords come up. So Benny Cutie and Sanford will pick this up, start it up. You can already see Carl Teasy waiting down there. Knows that he has a shortcut available to him. So now the Lord Dance will commit here.
Yeah, and JP is going to use Y-Walk to go into that beacon near Sanford. He has to go there. No, he goes behind. He goes behind. But that's going to be Kyle Teasy securing the Lord for AP Bren. Ekko, they're not going to be able to commit the play here, but they're going to be going for the fight. Ogwin already committing the Primal Wrath and the hard guard by the Angela. Is trying to save Ogwin for as long as possible, and it's working. It's helping. Sanji gets taken out. AP Bren, though, lose Ogwin. No Roamer. Roamer for mid-trade, but the Lord goes to APB.
That's a big win for AP Bren. Ekko tried to pull the same thing they did earlier, which allowed for them to recover. They tried to split up the buddy system, tried to pick fights on many different fronts in about the same vicinity. But this time around, AP Bren were able to recollapse. They were able to regroup and eventually kill Sanji, who was way out of position. They traded out Ogwin, true enough, but that's a trade I'm willing to take any day. A roamer for a mid laner.
100%. And with that, you're wondering, you know, were they just... Was the idea to give up the Lord? The timing was not there for them, so then it was like, we want to win the fight, but look at the bottom.
Oh, Carl and JP, they're trying what Reflecia did. They can't commit the shortcut, and they're going to be going for broke here. They're going to be Benny Cutie getting the kill onto the Angela. Flap Teasy defending. Kyle Teasy is here, but up top, Ekko have Sanford to defend against the Lord. Along the Sanji, Valentina as well. AP Bren defends, and Ekko back off.
It's a base race. Almost. But just the same, a quick recall button will return Ekko back to their base. That was close for both sides, but I think AP Bren, successfully penetrated top lane inhibitor.
I mean, they were prepared for that play from JP, and I mean, from that lore, they at least got that top inhibitor turret, but still for Ekko, I feel like they would actually be okay with that, because it's like, we kept it from being our entire base turrets down, and now they're on this side of the map.
Oh, JP going forward. Purple buff secured by Kyle Teasy. That's going to be the Black Dragon form from the Valentina. Are they going to press forward here? Angela, they have lost their timing. Fuel will be back. So with a hard guard back, Ekko back off.
A minute until another Lord. Again, it's approaching map scaling. This is an evolved Lord both teams are looking to get their hands on. Now, let me harken back to something that we're worried and we're wondering about. That last Lord that just spawned, that was taken care of by Ekko, they were so far from it. I think they were just willing to trade it off, right? How about this one? What about this one 30 seconds from now? Are they going to be so open to just let it go to AP Bren for the potential of a turn? I'd like to think not. I'd like to think maybe they're over the fact that maybe we can just suddenly blitz and turn. Maybe we should secure the Lord first and then kill. Or feign the focus on the Lord and then go for the wipeout. Because, again, if you're talking about weaponizing the map, I think Ekko is just able to do it so much easier.
I was going to say, I thought, you know, weaponizing the map, weaponizing the chip, the pick that you have here, the way you can kind of maneuver things around. And it's, hey, we've seen Ekko do this many times before, even before Chip was introduced into the Land of Dawn. So now that they have that available, we'll see how they approach it. You can already see the positioning happening here for both teams now that this Lord is up. And, you know, we're almost to that 25-minute mark. Things get a little more risky, dicey here. Carl Teasy will wait as well, but Ogwin and Super Marco having the same idea. So they're going to just kind of keep things under control right now.
And what makes it tougher for AP Bren is the fact that they have no more inhibitors, while Ekko have mid and bottom.
Yeah.
So wave management for them is on hard mode. They're going uphill.
Remind the world what you two have brought out. Ekko, the Season 11 and M4 World Champions. AP Bren, the Season 12 and M5 World Champions. This series, earlier in the season, went 3 games, which AP Bren won. Now Ekko can no longer challenge for the top 1 spot. But damn, they can win this if they can find a way to do so with the lead that they have. But I feel like as long as the Angela lives for AP Bren, the Heart Guard is the main defense of APB.
Not only that, but a potential to find a pick-off, utilizing the flicker available. Oh, wait, look at this.
They're rushing it. Carl TZ takes a lot of damage. Ogren really low. Are they going to commit the shortcut? Because Carl TZ needs to get in time here for the steal. Here comes Carl. Here comes the Nolan. Here comes the Heart Guard. Who gets this Lord? It goes to Ogren! The Edith! Winter Truncheon for Sanford. JP brought really low. Super Marco has the Heart Guard. And AP Bren. It looks good for them. AP Bren are chasing Ekko. They're running for the hills. But watch Carl TZ.
Carl TZ making his way down the mid. They have to do something.
They have to. 5 seconds. Benny holding on against Flap. Few is here. Carl can't go for the split. Chen and this Nolan will get chased down.
Okay, they hold it together and now they're hunting Carl.
Super Marco gets the kill on the Carl TZ.
That's a shield.
A single chrono dash plus a basic attack.
Yep.
That was ridiculous. And now this seems inevitable with just a Roger left to defend. What's Ekko to do?
Benny Cutie, try as he will. 25 seconds until the next member of Ekko spawns.
Remember your why!
Brotslow, remember your why! But AP Bren will remind the world and will remind Ekko why they are the champions of the Philippines and the reigning champions of the world! The Bees get 3 over Ekko!